Poland called Galicia, which didn't have a very good connotation whatsoever, and rotten spoiled. I had a governess, a child of a well-to-do family, and I'm telling you that is a purpose, because nobody should think that you cannot survive if you're spoiled. Well, we all know what happened in the First World War. Germany lost, and there was one man named Adolf Hitler who was very unhappy about it. And he decided to do something about the loss of the war. He organized a big militia, armaments, people, and in 1933 decided to run for office. He became a chancellor, it's like a president of the United States. And in order to win the elections, like every other politician, he decided he needs some guinea pigs. And so he decided that he's going to pick on 3, 4 other groups of people that are not very, they don't fight, they're not aggressive, and they were the Jews, the homosexuals, the gypsies, and Seventh-day Adventists. Well, the Jews did not fight for thousands of years, and I want you to know, most of them, or maybe all of them, didn't know how to hold a gun. We believed in education, because this was one thing for thousands of years, where we were thrown around from country to country. Nobody could take it away from us. So here we were. He decided to pick on us. In 1939, the war broke out, and Mr. Hitler decided to have an empire. He wanted to take over the whole Europe, all the way to Moscow, Russia, and North Africa. He started with Poland. Really, he started with Czechoslovakia a short time. Then he came to Poland. The Germans came with the tanks, and the Polish army came on horses. Giddy up, giddy up. How long do you think it could take? 3 days. Well, originally, Poland was divided, half Russian and half German. But soon, Russians paid no attention to all the rules and regulations, and they marched and took over half Poland. But Germans didn't like it one bit, so they threw the Russians out. They decided to go all the way to Moscow. Well, let me tell you something very funny. The Germans had earmuffs, fur coats, fur boots, and you know what the Russians did? They brought over a unit all the way from Siberia. And when they met, they took off the jackets, and they were hot, and the Germans were freezing, so they retreated. I was told about it, naturally I wasn't there. Well, Mr. Hitler slowly, gradually started implementing his rules and regulations. It was done so slowly, with such a precision, that nobody believed what will happen. Otherwise, one day, the order was, bring to the police department your valuables. Maybe 3, 4 weeks later, the art had to be delivered. And then, maybe fur coats. I had a little tiny radio. And today it doesn't mean anything, but to me it was prized possession. This was the first radio in my town. And they took it away. Well, at that time I wasn't allowed to walk on the sidewalk anymore. I had to walk on the gutter because I was Jewish. I couldn't walk on the street at night. My parents didn't work. And all my Catholic friends, whom I had many, were not allowed to speak to me. I couldn't go to school, and I couldn't go to the library anymore. Everything was very gradual. Well, slowly, they decided to put us in one area called the ghetto, surrounded with barbed wire, electrified wire, gates, and guards. We couldn't go in and we couldn't go out. Several families in one room. Very, very little food. People were dying. The doctors told us, and I guess you're not going to like it, in order to build your immunity, eat a lot of garlic and raw onions. This built, and it's true, I believe in it. Well, at night, knock, 2 o'clock at night, the Nazis are coming and telling us to pack our clothes and take only what we can carry. They're going to work. Oh, what work we had. Slowly, more and more people were disappearing. So the people in our apartment house decided they had to do something about it. I forgot to tell you already one thing. I was given a job. I was strong. And I was given a rock with a mallet, and I was supposed to break that rock with my muscles into tiny little pebbles. And I developed ugly muscles. What teenager likes to have big muscles? I mean, that wasn't very nice. But as a result, I think these muscles saved me later. And you'll tell me at what point. Well, I was strong. But anyway, many people were disappearing at night. Oh, anyone has seen Schindler's List here? Okay. There is a scene when the Nazis knock at the door. The mother goes to the little safe on the wall, opens it up, takes out the diamonds, and calls the children. She puts the diamonds in the little bite of bread and asks them to swallow it. She thought that she'll never see these children again, and she wanted them to have something of value in their body. But it will have to come out somehow one day. Well, the bunker was being built at night, and the men were digging and the women were spreading the dirt to dry it so they don't recognize wet dirt. Eventually 30 people went down on the ground. We called it a bunker. Dirt, mud. In the corner there was a little hole, and that was our bathroom. Very little light. Now open your ears. I was in this bunker 3 long months. Did not wash my hair, did not wash my body, and did not change any clothes. My skin was completely yellow, and I could not bend my knees. But that wasn't the worst. Every day, somebody had to go out into the ghetto to organize some food. There were days we ate, and some days we didn't eat. It was very difficult. There wasn't enough space for everybody to lay down in this bunker, so we had to take turns. Some of us had to stand, some had to sit, and some could lay down. Slowly people were disappearing because when they went to organize the food, they didn't come back. And less people were there. So something had to be done. My parents decided